Hi, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel, and this is my intro for my first reading vlog of 2021. Which is slow going. So, first things first, last week I read and finished A Good Debutante's Guide to Ruin by Sophie Jordan. I have the sequel, but I don't have the first one. I'm going to pick it up though, because that's the one that has the beautiful step back with them against the bookcases. This one is pretty too, but I want the one that has bookcases. Anyways, this week I am slowly listening to Daisy Jones and the Six. I wanted to finish that in 2020 and it didn't happen. So I'm making it my priority to read it this month. And I'm also slowly getting through The Gilded Web by Mary Baylow. And this is the first book for seasonally booked up book club that my best friend Dana and her friend Kelly put together last summer, and we're continuing on this winter with Winter of the Wallflower. And this is the first book that we're reading, and it's going slowly for me. I'm not very far at all. It's just, I don't know if it's the mood I'm in or the fact that it's just, the beginning is very slow for me. So I'm hoping to catch up and finish this by tomorrow night for their live show. If not, I'll watch the replay of the live show on Saturday, but I'm going to finish this in the next day or two. Other exciting news, I finally got the mystery box of 65 historical romance books that I purchased back in like the middle of December, but because the USPS is super backlogged and everything, it finally reached me today. So after I film this clip, I'm going to be going through this and doing my mystery unboxing. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Alright, talk to you guys later. Hello, it is Sunday night. I think it's like 11:30-ish, and I just finished tomorrow's chapters for Dangerous by Amanda Quick. Sorry about the lighting. It's late and I don't feel like fixing it, but I wanted to come on here and talk about how I am loving this one so much more than The Gilded Web. I still haven't finished The Gilded Web. I'm going to. It was just going way too slow for me. So I decided to get a head start on Dangerous, and I'm so glad that I did, because I'm loving Sebastian and I'm loving Prudence. Other than her being a little quirky and more more introverted, I'm not really sure why she's a wallflower, other than, you know, the fact that I think she's 25. Yeah, she's 25, so she's a little bit older on the shelf. But I mean, I love her. And I love Sebastian. I decided to start marking all of the devil references that are being made in this book. Sebastian has a cat. His name is Lucifer. Sebastian himself is... There's police sirens going off, sorry. So one of Sebastian's nicknames is the devil, and for some reason that trope within any romance is just one of my favorites. It's I just love it. I just finished chapter 4 and it ended with a bang, and I loved it so much. I don't think I'm going to stop reading this. I think I'm going to continue reading this up in bed, because I just kind of don't want to stop where I'm at right now. I want to keep going. So that's how I know that I'm really liking the book, is that I don't want to stop. As for the Gilded Web, I need to take breaks from. I am going to finish it just because I want to finish it. If it wasn't a seasonally book club pick, I probably would have DNF'd it. But I'm not going to do that to a seasonally booked up book club pick, because I loved the discussion that was happening, and I want to read it for myself. I want to finish it. So I'm going to finish it, but I'm going to be reading other things alongside it. Also for this book, I'd hold it up, but I don't have my tripod, so I'm holding my phone while doing this. But for this book, the very first page, I started with the tabbing, but the very first page with the descriptions reminded me so much of Pippa from... Oh my god, it's Pippa and Cross's story. One Good Earl Deserves a Lover, I believe is their title. But Prudence is on her way to pay a call to the man known as the Fallen Angel. And so Fallen Angel, I immediately thought of Sarah McLean's Fallen Angel gaming hell. And then down later in on that page, she adjusted her spectacles, and it just reminded me so much of Pippa, because Pippa had glasses. So it's nice to see more heroines have glasses. I just wanted to point out that this is also giving me Pippa and Cross vibes, but I like Sebastian more than I like Cross. I like Cross, but I like Sebastian a lot more. Plus, I really like his name. Sebastian's always been one of my favorite names. So it's almost 100% that I'm going to love a hero if his name is Sebastian. Sorry, not sorry. On that note, I'm going to move upstairs, get comfy on my bed, continue on, and I will update tomorrow morning when I look better, the lighting is better, and yeah. So hello, it is Wednesday. I forgot to update yesterday and I think Monday. I think my last clip was on Sunday when I was reading Dangerous by Amanda Quick. I'm still currently reading this. I'm halfway through today's chapters. I'm tabbing the shit out of it, and I'm doing it in rainbow style just because I thought that would be fun. Because I didn't feel like distinguishing different kinds of tabs. I just wanted to mark passages that I wanted to talk about or that I really liked. Also, my order came, and look how cute! I love it. It's comfy, it's warm, it's about romance novels. But yeah, so I'm halfway through today's chapters, which are chapters 9 through 12. Because I'm really liking this book. I'm pretty sure Amanda Quick is going to be like one of my favorite historical romance writers, because I kind of just really want to buy her entire backlist and just read it. Luckily I have, I think, 4 others that I can read after this. I'm on page 182 on Dangerous. I still have, I think, 2 more chapters for today's selection, and actually I think I'm going to go ahead and finish this sometime today, and just be careful of what I say on the Discord chat. Last night I started reading Blood Fever by... Oh, you got stickers! That came in your Little Mermaid book.
Yeah.
Okay, let me finish this clip. Sorry for all the interruptions. Last night I read the first 85 pages of Blood Fever by Karen Marie Monig. Monig. Why can I never get her last name correctly? For some reason I always want to say Moaning, but I don't know if that's because they're a somewhat paranormal romance and you just think of moans because of sex and whatnot, but I don't have my Kindle on me at the moment to confer with how her last name is, but it's either Monig or Moaning or Moning. It's one of those variations. I really enjoyed the first book in that series. I think I gave it like 3.5 or 4 stars. I meant to read Blood Fever back in 2020, but then I got into a really big funk and just didn't read a whole lot at all towards the end of the year. And so I decided, since fantasy was a prompt on my book tic-tac-toe for the Book Democracy Book Club on Facebook, I decided, why not, continue the series. And my friend Katrina is rereading the series. I think she's on the 3rd one right now, so I get to talk to her about it. And yeah, and it's lots of fun. So this is a really long clip. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna go film my historical romance readathon TBR. Because yes, I'm doing that. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. So I just filmed my historical romance readathon TBR video, and wow, it was a hot mess. I was like all over the place, so that's gonna be real fun to edit. I just really wanted to let you guys know about that. I had like notes written down and everything, and I still was just scrambling. This YouTube life, it's interesting, huh? Also, I'm not sure why I feel like I look like a workout Barbie doll, but bubblegum pink, yeah? I figured it matched, the background of this lovely sweatshirt that I just love so much. Okay, I'm gonna go eat lunch now, and then I'm gonna edit that video, and then I'm gonna upload it, and then I'm gonna get back to reading, because it's all I want to do right now. I should write, but I guess I'll do that tonight. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go. Hi, hello. It is Thursday, January January 14th. I don't know why I'm always forgetting the dates and the days. Here's another one of my awesome new shirts. I love it so much. I'm totally going to be buying a whole bunch more. And I have some updates for you. Alright, still on page 182. I did not read any of this last night. I was going to, and then I actually ended up doing some writing. And so, yeah, but I'm going to finish this today or tonight. So now I'm like a day behind on the chapters, but that's okay. I'm more than halfway, I think, through the book. Still, you know, like really like it because, you know, I haven't read any more of it. And then last night, after I did a little writing session, I'm at a loss for words today. Last night, after I did a little writing session, I went up to bed and I read more of Blood Fever by Karen Marie Moning. And by read more of, I mean like I read up to like page 223 when I was on 85 before going to bed. So I mean I was up till like 2 in the morning reading, and it's just what I do every night apparently. And I have to say, I'm really liking the second installment in this series. The first book, I think I gave it like 3.5, 4 stars. Alright, sorry, I keep getting interrupted by one or both of the kids or my dog every single time I'm filming. Sorry about the mess. I have to put Christmas away. That's why it's in here. I just have to get the boxes from the bottom of the closet. You know, there's boxes on top of the Christmas boxes. I don't know why I didn't leave the Christmas boxes on top, but you know, I'll remember to do that next year. Anyways, so the second book, Blood Fever, I'm really enjoying. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of action. I really like it. I like where the story is going. I'm super curious for the rest of the series. I really like that series. I actually want to have a physical copy of the books just so that I can do pictures and I can do like booktube things with it. So that leads me to the next segment of this update for the reading vlog. Is after I dropped off my daughter at school, I went to go get my treat yourself Starbucks. Today was a cinnamon dolce latte kind of day because it's delicious and I wanted Christmas in a cup. And I decided that yes, I was going to go for a drive, but I also ended up at Half Price Books. Now you might be thinking, weren't you just at Half Price Books like 2 weeks ago? Yes I was. And that's just my life. When I'm feeling down, usually, or not even when I'm feeling down, just when I just need something to do, I usually end up at a bookstore. It could be worse things, right? Alright, so I went to Half Price Books specifically to see if they had any of the Fever series by Karen Marie Moning. And while they did, they were the hardcovers, and I really didn't want the hardcovers for them. I wanted a paperback, just because I like reading off of paperbacks more, and they're, you know, a nicer price than hardcovers. While hardcovers look amazing on the shelves, and I do love hardcovers, I just prefer reading off of paperbacks. Now, I'll read hardcovers. Now I'm getting into a tangent. So anyways, since they didn't have paperback copies of the Fever series, I decided, well, you know, let's quickly browse. I gave myself literally like 10 to 15 minutes, okay? That's amazing for me to only spend 10 to 15 minutes in a bookstore. And I'm like, you know what, let's just browse the historical romance section, and lo and behold, what is my life? I went to Half Price Books to get a few paranormal romance books, and I walked out with 8 historical romance books. And I don't know. So, with that being said, I am going to finish my coffee in my beautiful cup that my friend made me. That is all about Gilmore Girls with the pretty burgundy and rose gold. Ah, I love it. It's so pretty. I'm actually gonna have her make me another cup, and it's gonna be a galaxy themed one, and I think I want her to put the quote, "Without the dark there would be no stars," or whatever that quote is. I have to search it, but my one friend wants her to make a galaxy themed one with a quote from The Expanse because she's obsessed with The Expanse right now, and she's like going all out. Like, she purchased a bunch of galaxy themed things, and so she wants my friend to make her a cup, and I'm like, you know what, a galaxy themed tumbler is not a bad idea, so I'm gonna hop on that bandwagon, just get a different quote. And yeah, on that note, I'm going to go finish Blood Fever because I'm very close to the end right now. I listened to some of it on the little drive that I took this morning. And I think I only have like 4 chapters left, and I really want to finish it. And after that, I'm gonna go finish this. I have to post some Instagram, or not post some Instagram, I have to post an Instagram picture. I actually took one with this, so I have to get that all set up and do that. And I'm already feeling my historical romance TBR shifting, especially since I just got more books. I have issues. Am I the only one with these issues? Okay, I'm gonna go read, and then I'm gonna do some writing, and then I'm gonna do more reading, and in between it all, I'm gonna work on my planner and my bullet journal. I do realize that I have not done a flip through of my bullet journals. If you want me to, I will. I do have some stuff to fill out still, but I can totally do a flip through for you. I actually have 2 book bullet journals. Well, we'll call them reading journals. Yeah. It's a whole mood. Okay, I'm gonna go do that. This has gotten a little too long. I am sorry for this vlog because it's gonna be so long. It's gonna be real fun to edit. So, okay, I'm leaving now. I'll update when I have these done, which will be sometime tonight. All right. Hello, good evening. Okay, I finished Blood Fever by Karen Marie Moning, and 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I'm super excited to continue that series, but that's not going to be until at least after next week, because the historical romance readathon starts tomorrow. So for the next week, it's all historical romance. So since I got that book done, I'm gonna go ahead and finish Dangerous by Amanda Quick, and I should be done with it in the next like hour to 2 hours. I don't have too much more to go. Let's see. I have like that much, and it's a really it's a quick read. Like it's like a faster pacing. So I think that's going to be done in the next like 2 hours, and then by that time it's going to be time for the historical romance readathon. So I'm going to come update you when I'm done with this one. Hello, I'm here for my last update for this reading vlog, which I think is the first 2 weeks of January. So last night I finished Blood Fever by Karen Marie Moning. I believe that's what the last clip was all about. And then after that I finished Dangerous by Amanda Quick. And overall, 4 out of 5 stars. There was, at the last half of the book, I felt like was less about Prue and Sebastian and more about other characters, and I think that's what a lot of older historical romances did. As to our modern romances, they basically are just the story of the two main characters falling in love, and then everything else is like a side thing. And so I felt like it took the other characters taking like a front seat, took away from their love story. And I have to also say that I felt like their chemistry, while it was still there, I felt like it was more tame after they got married, and it focused more on the mystery and the investigation, which I really like, but I also really wanted some more steamy moments, and that's why I gave it 4 out of 5. But it was quick, it was fast-paced, and I did really love Prue and Sebastian. I just wish that there was more to their relationship that we can see. I feel like we got a lot of monologue from Sebastian, but not a lot from Prue. Definitely towards the end, there was hardly anything with Prue, and I really wanted more of Prue because she was that spitfire, feisty heroine. I would not qualify her as a wallflower, even though she's technically a wallflower. Like, she's categorized in wallflowers, and I feel like she's just, the only thing that's making her a wallflower is that she's quirky. That's it. Like, she's a spitfire through and through. She was from the very beginning. So I think that's categorized just a little wrongly, but I did really love her, and I just wanted more of her monologue. But all in all, I really liked it. I do like Amanda Quick's writing, even though it is a little funky from going scene to scene without like a whole bunch of just like time gaps. I couldn't tell you the amount of time that went through on this book. It was like they were talking about they were going to be going to a ball tonight, and then the next scene we don't see anything about the ball, and it's like, you know, afterwards. And I'm just like, I kind of wanted a little bit of the ballroom, because I don't think we saw a ballroom once that I can remember. No, I lied. We saw a ballroom once, and I kind of wanted just a little bit more of that. But I did really enjoy it. I am glad that I have 4 more Amanda Quick books that I can read, because I did really like it, and I I can see myself liking a lot of her other books. So, the beginning of January, first 2 weeks, I have read 4 books. First one was A Good Debutante's Guide to Ruin by Sophie Jordan. I gave that one 3 stars. I wanted more depth with the characters. I felt like it was lacking a little bit with their relationship. Like, I felt like, oh my god, what was her name? Rosalie. I felt like she really loved the hero. I can't even remember his name right now. Anyways, I felt like their relationship was just lacking and I just really wanted more of it. And then the next book I read was The Gilded Web, and for the majority of this, I skimmed the most of it. I really like the lyrical aspect of Mary Bailow's writing, which is making me want to read some of her later stuff. I think her later stuff is going to be a little bit better. Because I did really like her writing, I just couldn't connect with the characters, and I don't know, it was really slow going. Nothing happened in the first 200 pages, and that's really what deterred it for me. And there was like a huge religion aspect, which I get, but I wasn't connecting with it. There were parts that I really liked, and then the majority of the book I couldn't get into it. So because of that, I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. But it's not bad because I did really like her writing, so I am going to try more of her stuff. So, I mean, it's kind of a win for me. And then the third book that I finished was Blood Fever by Karen Marie Moning. I don't have a physical copy of that. I read that on my Kindle. Really enjoyed that one. That was a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Not quite 5-star material yet, but I have a feeling the series overall might be a 5-star series. I'm really excited to jump into book 3. I'm going to tackle that either at the end of this month or early February. But yeah, I really liked that one. I really love how Mac is getting into her, she's finally like blossoming into this really kick-ass, badass, fierce warrior, and I really love that. And I love Jericho Behrens. I love him so much. I know he's a little problematic. I know that there are some issues with the men in this series, but I love Behrens so much. So I'm really excited to see their relationship growing. I think we're finally getting to the point that they're gonna start. There was a little bit of kissing in Blood Fever, as to where I think there was just like one, or like there was like the tension in book 1. But this one, we did dive in a little bit. They did have a pretty intense makeout session. And I was all here for it. So I think book 3, we're going to get even more of that. And I'm super excited. So that is going to be coming up soon. And then the last book that I finished in the first 2 weeks of January is Dangerous by Amanda Quick. And that I just gave you all my thoughts, and that is 4 out of 5 stars. And I'm gonna wrap this up because the historical romance readathon, it has begun. I'm a little late to it because it's already noon on Friday and I haven't started reading more yet. But anyways, leave some comments down below letting me know what you've read so far. Have you read any of the books that I read in the past 2 weeks? Have you liked them? What are some recommendations that you can recommend to me? I'm always here for recommendations. Or, you know what? Just tell me how your life is going. Like, how is 2021 treating you so far? I hope it's treating you well. I'm wearing my romance novel t-shirt for the start of the historical romance readathon, and I'm super excited. Okay, before I go on a tangent again, because that's just how I am, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It really does help. And if you aren't a subscriber and you want to subscribe to my channel, I would greatly appreciate you and love you forever. It truly means the world to me that there are people out there who just want to listen to me talk about books, because that's all I really want to do. But until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.